No, just a couple of quick thoughts. Just for the past day and a half, and really the past week, we've seen a lot of what I would call, how shall we say, certainly upsetting and certainly heavy and tremendously, also but tremendously meaningful. We've been exposed to tremendously meaningful ideas and thoughts, whether it was at Yad Vashem a week ago or at Har Herzl a week ago, and certainly last night's tekes was very powerful, and today in its own way was very powerful, especially with Rabbi Judith. And Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil. Choosing Rabbi Judith was meaningful in its own way.
It is.
And her own way. And also the videos that we saw this afternoon for you those around. So I just want to share a couple of thoughts on my mind, and obviously I'm sure you also have your own thoughts, but just a couple of thoughts on my mind. Number one, just from all those stories that we saw, of all those, whether the story we heard about Moreno, what's her name? Emmanuel Moreno from last night, and we heard last week from Citron, or whether the story of Michael Levine that we heard last night and last week and we saw today, or the story of Roe Klein. If you see one thing all these big people have in common is when you hear their story, they all, besides from making the ultimate sacrifice for Eretz Yisrael, they all seem to have lived their life with a certain amount of passion. And I think that passion also you see on the smile on Facebook. There's a video of Michael Levine, the picture you saw of him, or of Roe Klein. You saw the smile on the face, and it's almost like you looked at them, and you can be jealous in a way, just you could tell that they were shalem, or how should we say, settled, and what's the right word? Complete in the sense that you could tell that they had a sense of mission about them. And if you want to look tonight, there's another video I saw yesterday about a guy named Dror Weinberg Zatzal, but same type of idea. You see the smile, you just see like this sense of purpose and this sense of mission, which I think translates into the sense of passion. So just an idea to share with you, that certainly one idea you can take from this is no matter what you do in life and no matter where you go, just if you can find something that really speaks to your heart and that you can feel really good about, and you can pour yourself into that, that is certainly, I think in my mind, one of the keys to a happy and fulfilling life. That is one takeaway I get from a lot of these stories. Second very huge takeaway is that unfortunately in this world, the way God created it is that nothing comes easy. Okay? Whether it's on a national scale in terms of having Eretz Yisrael and Medinat Yisrael, and certainly on a personal scale, you guys know that nothing comes easy. But guess what? That's the way that God created this world. But you see, those things that are most worthwhile very often entail the most sacrifice. So you saw a lot of the stories, certainly last week and today, a lot of the stories just talk about these guys that made the ultimate sacrifice. So if you take nothing else from it, certainly it should give you a sense of perspective in terms of your own life, when sometimes, and I'm talking about myself also here, when relatively petty things are going wrong.